Welcome back to Big Bris TV, and on this episode I'm going to show you why when I needed to change out from my Samsung Note 10 Plus, I ultimately went with the S22 Ultra. So let's get right into it. I'm not an electronics geek or guru or nerd or anything like that, and this is going to be for the layman. I'm not going to be explaining what nits do in resolution and all of that type of stuff. I'm just gonna show you from the standpoint of a guy who needs a phone and what I use it for. In filming my videos for my channel, I use my phone exclusively, not only to film, but also to edit them. And so as my channel started growing, I needed something that was gonna do a little bit better. This Galaxy Note 10 Plus is excellent. And as you can see here, I mean, you can't tell by these wallpapers, but the resolution on this phone, I just said I wasn't going to talk about resolution. Okay. So 5 reasons I think if you're moving on from the Note 10 Plus, that the S22 Ultra is a good choice. And the first reason is the way it looks and feels. Now, this is the Note 10 Plus, right? And I was supposed to clean these before I started filming, but the Note 10 Plus is much slimmer than the S22 Ultra. And the S22 Ultra feels a tad bit heavier. And I believe it's due to the battery. It may be on the metal that they have on the ends. There's metal on the ends here, on the sides, I believe. And that may that may account for the extra weight. So if you have a Note 10, you know that it's all glass pretty much, and that back gets real grimy and nasty from your hands. And so the S22 still gets a little grimy, but it's not as grimy as this one, and it's a matte finish, and this actually wipes off much easier than this glass on the Note 10. So I like that too. And also, while we're on the back, check out the camera situations. There's 4 cameras on the back of here, and it looks like 16. No, there's 5 cameras on the back of the S22 Ultra. So for this video, the phone on the left will be the Note 10 Plus, and the phone on the right will be the S22 Ultra. And so getting into the phones, you double tap, or maybe you're used to using the power button. It took me a long time before I realized that I could just double tap to wake up the phone. But the fingerprint on the S22, you can double tap, but look how quickly the fingerprint, boom, just a touch, fingerprint. And also, S22, look how fast that opened with my finger. Whereas on the Note 10, I kind of had to hold it there for a second. Also, the buttons on the Note 10, you may have been used to using the buttons on the left-hand side with your thumb, and on the S22 now, they're on the right side of the phone. And the same thing happens with the S Pens. The S Pen on the Note is on the right, on the S22 is on the left. And once you're inside the phones, the S22 is overall faster. Actually, I have pretty much the same menus in here, and you can see the S22 is much faster than scrolling over. See? YouTube Studio. Reddit. Amazon shopping. As far as the battery life, I've used this particular one for 2 years now. And this one I've had only for about a month. And in the way that I use the phone, I mean, I'm on it, scrolling, browsing, some light gaming, messaging, and then also, like I said, filming and editing. And the battery life seems to be the same across both phones. I don't notice a significant difference, so I'm not even going to speak to that. But what I will speak to, since I just spoke about video editing and taking videos, is that the color seems richer for some reason on the Note 10 Plus, but the video quality at the end and the options that you have for editing videos and pictures, you get a lot more with the S22 Ultra. And you may ask, well, why the S22 Ultra? There's the S21, there's the 23, there's the 24. I went with the 22 because the only things I needed was I wanted it to be rectangular like the Note 10 Plus, and I also needed the S Pen. And so in order to get the S Pen, you have to go for the Ultra. So the S22 in a side-by-side comparison with the 21, with all the newer ones and the older ones, the 23 and the 24, the 22 did the best. It did the most and had everything that I needed. And the 23 and 24 had some options that I didn't really need. And so I could save a couple $100 because I buy my phones outright and I buy them brand new. I don't use a screen protector or a case on my phones. I like to use them like, naked. I like the way they feel in my hand, and I don't like the extra bulk. And so as soon as I drop the phone, and I've dropped this one a lot, but as soon as it starts cracking up, as you can see here, this one, it's kind of shattered. There's some long cracks in here, and there's a scratch near the front facing camera there. That's when it's time for a new phone. So I've had about 3 of these, and this is my first one of this. And so it's doing well so far. I haven't dropped it, but we'll see. Another thing about the S22 is that it's curved on the sides. It's not square. So even though it doesn't have the curved display, you can see the screen on the curved display. This is the box that the S22 Plus comes in, and I keep my Note 10 in that box. So I just power this off, and then it comes in this sleeve. It's very minimalist, the packaging, but it comes with everything that you need. One other thing I think that this Note 10 Plus has is the capability to have expanded storage. So inside the little SIM card tray, there's a spot for SD card, I believe. I remembered that when I saw this little tool that comes in with your S24. It's a very minimalist package box, so it's very nice. So if you found anything helpful about this video, if you have the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus and you really loved it, let me know in the comments how long you had one, and if you moved on from it, what you moved on to. I'm keeping mine as a backup. It did awesome for filming and editing, but now I moved on to the S22 Ultra and I'm really loving it. So I'm sure you like more than just electronics and phones, and I have some more electronics. So if you want to see that, or even if you don't, just check it out. I need you to subscribe and check out this video, and after you watch that one, check out this video. Everybody stay well, and I'll catch you on the next one.